Hi guys, in the following tutorial we're going to review how to make a switch from ProPhoto 5 to Flothemes, and it's a three-part series. In this part we cover how to use the FloLaunch plugin and how to enable that on your site so that you can work on the site in the background without anyone being able to see the changes. So that gives you a little bit of flexibility and time to make some updates. We'll also review how to upload your new theme, as well as adding your Favicon to the site and any additional options just to get started. So this will be a pretty quick tutorial just on how to set up everything at the start, and in the next two sections of this series we'll go into more depth as to what you should look out for whenever you are setting up your theme, making that switch from ProPhoto. So first of all, I'm going to head over to the WordPress backend, and I am going to go to the plugin section because we'll want to upload our FloLaunch plugin. So we will go to plugins and add new, and then I'm going to upload a plugin, and I'm going to choose a file. And I've got some on my desktop already, so if you haven't downloaded it already, you'll want to download it at flothemes.com/flow-plugins, and I'll just show that in a second. But you can open that and click install, and as soon as it's installed you will be able to activate the plugin. So let's just activate it. Perfect. So now we've activated the FloLaunch plugin, you'll want to go to Settings, FloLaunch, and now you'll have two options. The first one will be to create a database backup. I highly recommend doing this. That way you'll be able to restore your site from the backup if there are any issues during the process. So now we've got the database backup, we can now enable the test mode. So let's just enable the test mode. So once you hit enable the test mode, you'll see the little spinner starting, and then you'll see a number of requests. And once that completes, you will now have a temporary database created. And with that temporary database, you are able to work on the site without your users being able to see it. So effectively, you'll be doing it all in the background whilst you test drive the new theme. And how this works is you will have a cookie installed, and you will only be able to see this site when you're logged in with the enable test mode on and in a specific browser. So if you've came in, you're using Chrome like I am, Google Chrome, you will only be able to see the site in Google Chrome. Everyone else that comes to your site will actually still see it as normal. It will only be you and only in this specific browser you have enabled it in. So we're just about to finish the enabling the test mode. And that's perfect. The test mode has been enabled. And now we have two different options. If you want to go back to your existing site to work on that, you can actually just disable the test mode, and once you're happy with how the site looks, you can actually click publish the test site. Do not do this until you are ready to launch the site, otherwise you could end up having a mess, and that wouldn't be very good. The next thing that we'll want to do is we will want to add the new theme. So let's go to Appearance Themes, and we're just going to upload our new theme. So I'm going to click Add New. If you haven't downloaded your theme, you can go to flothemes.com, your account and your downloads, and just head on down to the theme that you want. So I'm just going to do a Saka and just hit the download button, and I will have the theme that I need. So I've went to Appearance Themes, I'm going to hit Upload Theme, and I'm going to choose a file. And that's in my download section, so I'm going to use Saka. And just hit install. So you'll get a zip file, just add it straight in here and just hit install, and that should upload the theme directly to your WordPress. Now that you have installed the theme and you have test mode enabled, you can hit activate. And this will activate the new theme in your test site. If I refresh over on the front end for Alien, you're going to see it's going to look like a bit of a mess with the new theme activated. There's pretty much nothing there, but this is sort of what you'll get as a base. Not to worry, we're going to get through how to check all the pages that were there. So let's go back to the back end. Once you've added the theme, you will have some options to add some plugins. So you'll see there are some recommended plugins and there's some required. Install the Flow Updater plugin, so you can click begin installing plugins. And I pressed command whenever I did that to open a new window, and I will install Flow Updater. And then I will activate the plugin. So I just return to the plugins and activate. And you will also want to then go to Flothemes and Theme Updates. And you should add your order ID into the order ID section. So you'll have your 7-digit order ID. No, sorry, it's 9 digits. So it should be 5 separated with a space and then 4. So you'll just add that in here. You can get that in your account again, and your order section, you'll get all of the order IDs that you have. So you will just add it straight in here, hit save, and then we'll get any automatic updates moving forward. It's highly recommended to do that so that your theme is going to be up to date. Now we will go back to the introduction section, now that we've enabled the theme. And the first thing we'll go to is the optional settings. Now again, this is going to be different for each theme, but this is one of our newest themes, so our latest 4 themes have the same starting method. The rest will have something slightly different. But again, you can refer to the documentation how to get started with each theme, and it will be quite simple for you to do that. So I'm just going to add a favicon. That's the little icon up here in the menu. So I'm going to hit upload. I'm just going to put in this icon file. So it has to be a .ico file, as you can see here. And you can just add that. If you have Google Analytics, you can go ahead and put in your Google Analytics code here. Put in the full script, and that will be added to the header. So you're going to get your Google Analytics tracking your site. And that's the only options you need for now for the optional settings. So that concludes the first part of this 3-part series. We just reviewed how to install the FloLaunch plugin, creating a backup whenever you enable it, how to then enable the test site. We showed you how to upload your theme, as well as installing the Flow Updater plugin. And we also covered the options for how to add your Favicon, and finally the Google Analytics. In the next few sections, we will cover more details on how to check the existing pages from ProPhoto, and also how to use some of the new content that you'll find in your Flow theme.